like to bring in ABC News contributor and SiriusXM's Mike Muse, senior writer for ESPN's The Undefeated Kelley Carter, and ABC News reporter Will Ganss for a little bit more on all of this. Mike, I want to start with you. 9 of the 20 acting nominations went to people of color this year. And when you look at the wins, Ye Jung-yoon became the first Korean actor to win an Oscar for acting. And for the first time ever, we saw a woman of color, Chloe Zhao, won Best Director. Anthony Hopkins is now the oldest person to ever win an Oscar. You know, we all remember Oscars so white and the general conversation about the lack of diversity among the awards shows. What did you think of the diversity this year?
Diana, I absolutely loved the diversity of the Oscars this year. And as you and I were talking, I called it for Ye Jung-yoon. She was absolutely fantastic in Minari, and she was so deserving of that award. I lit up when she won, and just the innocence of her and the excitement and pure joy was amazing. What we saw is over years systematically change of the Academy and how they did their membership categories. They actively went after younger members, and they actively went after more diverse members. And I think that it showed in terms of how those new members were thinking about their selections, how they were looking at different types of movies that maybe older Academy members wouldn't have paid attention to. I think Glenn Close hinted to that when she talked about Spike Lee's School Days with that song, The Butt. But then also, too, is work. And I think this is meaning that when you implement change and you mean it in earnest, you get a night like we had last night.
And Kelley, it wasn't just the actors, also the movies highlighted this year. So many of them tackled cultural issues, even including last night's winner for Best Short, Two Distant Strangers. So what do you make of that, the kind of stories that are being celebrated?
I mean, honestly, these are the films that are resonating with real audiences, but most certainly with the voting members of the Academy. And the fact that some of these stories are period pieces, quite frankly, because you're talking in some cases about the 1940s, you know, like a preamble to modern day civil rights movement with Andra Day's portrayal of Billie Holiday, to Judas and the Black Messiah, the late 1960s. These are still the same headlines that we're seeing, unfortunately, in 2021. And I think voters are taking notice, and they're recognizing the role that, you know, in some cases, systematic racism plays in art and creativity, but also in the people that are bringing these stories to life. And I think that also feels really special to see that acknowledged on Hollywood's biggest stage.
And Will, we asked you about some standout moments, and you immediately said that you could talk about Ye Jung-yoon forever and ever. Now, I don't have that much time, but I can give you a few seconds here. Why did you love seeing her win so much?
Well, I think kind of what Mike mentioned at the top there. I mean, this is like the Meryl Streep of South Korea, right? She's been in the game for 54 years. And then we get a night like last night, a kind of a culmination of this incredible career. It's a historic win. And then she's just so genuine and so funny. I mean, during her speech, you saw Amanda Seyfried mouth, "I just love her." And we all just loved her. I mean, gushing over Brad Pitt. It's like one of us going up there and winning an Oscar. So super relatable, but at the same time, you know, she's put in the work, and it was so rewarding to see a hilarious speech, which, by the way, I've watched like 37 times. There are 9 LOL moments during the speech. It was just the star of the show. It was her Oscars.
And not the first time she's made audiences laugh with her acceptance speeches, I might add. Now, Mike, you, like so many others, you said on this show more than once that Chadwick Boseman was a lock for Best Actor. What did you think when they announced Anthony Hopkins?
I got to be honest, I was very disappointed. And this is coming from a person who has watched all the movies. I've watched all the performances. And so Chadwick Boseman didn't deserve it just because of his catalog of movies that he has, but he deserved it because he actually delivered a fantastic portrayal in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. The empathy that showed, the range that he showed, and the way that he was able to drive that movie forward and carry the cadence and the beats while while delivering very powerful performance of range. I was very disappointed last night that Chadwick Boseman did not come away with the winner of that. I'm not taking anything away from Anthony Hopkins. Anthony Hopkins is an incredible actor. He is fantastic. But I do believe that Chadwick Boseman should have walked away with that Oscar going to his family and to his estate.
And Hopkins did pay tribute to Chadwick Boseman as well when he issued his statement, thanking everybody for the award and saying how honored he was to receive it. But I do want to get all of your favorite moments for the night. And Mike, I'll go back to you. I'll start with you there. You talked about that big moment that disappointed you. What was the big moment that got you really excited last night?
Diane, I kind of talked about at the beginning. I literally stood up when Glenn Close talked about the butt. She knew go-go. She knew the history of go-go. It's cultural to DC. She shouted out Spike Lee, who has been dismissed by the Academy for a very long time. Spike Lee should have been nominated multiple times over for his films. His songs should have been nominated, and the actors who played in his films should be nominated. So for Glenn Close to bring that up in such a short, off-the-cuff moment, to me, that was one of the highlights of the Oscars last night.
I don't know if my mic was open, but if you heard me laughing, I wasn't laughing at you, Mike. We were showing video of Glenn Close dancing last night during the awards show. Just awesome. I think she might have had the best night of anyone. She was definitely having the best time. Kelley, what was your favorite moment?
My favorite moment was Daniel Kaluuya because he was my sure shot the entire award season. And he was the last person I saw on the red carpet as I was leaving. And I was like, you got this, good luck. And then when he got up there and made this really passionate speech where he talked about the Black Panthers, he talked about Fred Hampton, which I thought was important. And then he talked about his parents consummating and creating him, which I thought was fun. And also, he basically was paying parents back everywhere who have spent years embarrassing their children, I guess. So that was kind of a fun moment to see his mom react to that as well.
The family reaction to that one was absolutely priceless. That was one of those moments that I could have watched over and over again. Will Ganss, you told us about Ye Jung-yoon. I know that was a big one for you. Was there another moment of the night that sticks out?
I mean, not to beat a dead horse here, but Glenn Close has now lost the Oscar 8 times, which means she's tied for the most losses without ever winning. But she really won the Oscars last night with that dance. I mean, I literally was like, go off, Glenn. It was just one of those purely joyful live television moments. And I don't think anyone in that room saw it coming. We didn't see it coming either. So I got to give moment of the night probably to Glenn.
There was a lot of joy in the room last night, for sure, and I think we all needed a little bit of that. Mike Muse, Kelley Carter, Will Ganss, you all bring me joy. Thank you guys for joining me.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.